I said, you ready now, TG?
Yes, I am. Okay, so real quick, one thing I have to go over before we start. I'm assuming they're both bloodlusted here because I don't really want to go through some shit like, does Kakashi really want to kill Sasuke? I don't. That's just not really something I want to go through in a debate.
Uh, I mean, if you can argue that it come down to it, then sure.
Okay,
You can
so
you can use that.
sorry, what did you say?
I said if you can argue that like it comes down to that, then you can.
You're cutting out like a shit ton. Say that again.
Uh, I said if you can argue that the fight comes down to that, then you can use that win con.
Okay,
You
so
understand?
yeah, I understand. All right, you want me to
Can I go
start, or do you
first?
want to start?
No, I'll go.
You
I'll
can
go
go
first.
first. Okay.
Yeah. So Kakashi just states that uh he's surpassed by Naruto.
Okay, and why does that matter?
Because Naruto says, I mean, there's multiple ways to interpret it. It's like you can say that due to the Kakashi statement, Naruto is still slightly below Sasuke, or that Naruto thinks he's on par with Sasuke. Either one is fine because the Sasuke he's thinking of is before he absorbed Orochimaru and before like the 6 months time skip happened in Shippuden.
I
So it's
mean,
like overall we just a weaker Sasuke,
why does him
no matter
absorbing
which week you pick.
Orochimaru make him stronger?
Okay, did you hear what I said?
What?
There's a 6 month time
That
span
I'm just
within
asking about
Shippuden,
the
right?
Orochimaru.
Okay, the Orochimaru part. Okay, well, it should just help him because it increases like his regeneration. So even if it's like not an overall stats amp, it still should still help him in the fight.
Okay. And was he? Is it confirmed that he was training for these 6 months?
Well, yeah, we can rationalize it. The thing about it is that remember the reason why he went to Orochimaru is so that he can help him train to become strong enough to fight Itachi, right? And because
And
Sasuke still hasn't
Orochimaru
fought
was
Itachi.
bedridden soon
Hold on, hold
after.
on, hold on,
Uh,
hold on, hold on, hold on. And because Sasuke still hasn't fought Itachi yet, just because like Orochimaru's out the picture, I highly doubt that he'd stop training
yeah,
for
but
whatever
would
the
his
reason.
training be significant without someone to spar with, like he had previously?
And then I don't think you can ever prove he sparred with Orochimaru.
Oh yeah, you can. And when they're fighting with like when he's fighting like that army of like random ass shinobi, he asks like Orochimaru if they're gonna fight today, implying that they've fought before.
I don't think that implies I don't think that necessarily implies they fought before. It's like maybe Orochimaru saw his progress. He's like, yeah, maybe you can take a fight with me. And then he told Sasuke about it. That's what he's asking about. I don't think you can prove they fought before.
Hold on, let me get the scan because I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that. But
Well, actually, wait, hold on. Do you think Sasuke do you think that's like training for Sasuke when he like beats up a bunch of random shinobi
when does that happen again?
in the scene you just mentioned?
Yeah, but when like in the time that happens like before the time skip ends, right?
No, that happens. I mean, before the time skip, but it has to happen really recently because Sasuke's appearance doesn't change between that
Yeah.
flashback and like when
So,
we see him and Shippuden for the first. So it has to be
all right,
pretty
yeah.
recent.
So, but it's before the 6 month like time period between Tenchi Bridge and the
Yeah, yeah, that's
him
that,
killing
that's
Oro,
before
right?
that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's fine if that's training for him.
Okay, so if that's training for him, you realize he has Team Taka, right? And even though he scales above Team Taka, the fact that you consider beating up random shinobi training, if Sasuke trains with them, then that should still be considered training, whether he trained with Orochimaru or not.
Okay, but he didn't beat up random shinobi. You can't prove he beat up random shinobi in the 6 month time period.
Are you dumb?
No. What? Why? What?
Okay,
What?
so
What do you
you
mean?
said you consider Sasuke beating up random shinobi low diff because he didn't have like any scratch marks on him or whatever. You consider that to be training for Sasuke. And if Sasuke has shinobi, even though he scales above them, like Team Taka, he has Jugo and what's his name, Suigetsu to train with. even though those people aren't as strong as him, that should still be considered training for him because you already admitted
Do you think
finding
that
weak
he
people
is
would be
like
training for.
sparring with those two like on his downtime?
I mean, well, yeah, like if you consider, like you
Okay,
said,
why?
since hold on, okay, you consider that training for Sasuke includes beating up Shinobi, no matter how like weak they are compared to him, right? So if that's the case, if Sasuke knows this because he literally did the training, then what should change here?
What do you mean? What should change? I'm asking you, why do
Okay,
you
why would
think
he
that he
stop? Why
trained
would he
with them?
stop training? Why would he stop sparring with people weaker than him just
It's not
because
my
there's
burden.
Suigetsu and no, that's what you're implying. You said, well, what evidence is there to support that? Like he fought them during the 6 month time skip. And I'm saying, well, since you already consider training to be like for Sasuke at least, training to be like beating up random shinobi who are like weaker than him. Well, he has two shinobi that are weaker than him that also train
Wait,
and fight on
no,
the regular. So like, why
he
wouldn't he
didn't
be
have
involved?
Sugetsu and Jugo during the 6 month time period.
Really?
Yeah, there's 6 months between Tenchi Bridge and him absorbing Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Does
that
he
didn't
does he
happen
not
in the
meet
six
them
month
before
time
then or
period.
in that time period or am I tripping?
You'd have to prove that.
Okay. Well, I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter because even if like it's less effective than training with people, the fact that I already rationalized why Sasuke would be training for Itachi would still mean he got stronger. I don't really need to quantify like how much stronger he got.
Mm,
All
okay.
I'm saying is that there's a difference between there's a difference between the Sasuke that Naruto is thinking of and the Sasuke that I'm using in this fight.
Mm,
So do you understand my skill or do you have any other contentions?
Matt, I just trying to ask, like, why exactly, like, you think he was training with Sugetsu and Jugo?
Hmm?
I'm just trying.
I don't really need that to my argument, right?
Oh,
I just
okay,
try
so
to
you're
make it
jumping around.
faster because you try to say, yeah, I don't really need that. You try to say, well, he isn't training with Orochimaru, so therefore his gains wouldn't be significant. Like, well, he
Yeah,
still has
okay.
Jugo. So it's like,
And I'm
yeah, you
asking
understand?
you, how much did he train in that time period, and did he even train?
Well, shit. Okay. Well, okay, so let me answer the second question first. The reason why he trained is because he still needs to fight Itachi and needs to beat Itachi. So that's why he'd still be training because that's like what he did the entire 2 year time skip.
It's possible that he thinks that. Okay, so in Tenchi Bridge, he mentions that like him and Orochimaru alone aren't enough to beat Itachi. But if they were to
Yeah, go ahead
combine,
and. Whoa,
if they were to,
hold on. So, do you think Sasuke is making that? So, obviously, to make a claim, he'd be basing it off of previous knowledge, right?
but can you let me finish my claim first? I'd appreciate that.
Well, give me a second. I'll be right back as well. I need to kill this blind man. All right, continue.
Okay, so in Tenchi Bridge, Sasuke mentions that like alone, he and Orochimaru aren't enough to beat Itachi. But if they were to combine, they would stand a chance. So that kind of implies that Sasuke already thinks that him combining with Orochimaru would make him stand a chance. Therefore,
Well,
he
hold on.
sees.
Why does standing a chance? Okay, why does standing a chance mean that he didn't train? Like,
Yeah, so he thinks
if
he'd
he
be.
stands
He
only a
basically
chance,
says,
wouldn't he want to train more to stand a better chance?
No. Okay, you realize that often whenever we use the term "stand a chance," it means they're relative, right?
What? Okay, so if it means they're relative, wouldn't Sasuke want to seal the deal and make it more in his favor by training?
I mean, he doesn't. The problem is that part of my claim is he doesn't. He isn't going to see that as significant compared to him absorbing Orochimaru.
Okay,
He
so are you
sees that
saying
as
that
his
Hebi
significant.
Sasuke?
That okay, hold on. He sees that as his significant power growth. So he probably wouldn't pursue any. It's likely. No, sorry. it's possible he wouldn't pursue any other power growth besides that large one if he thinks that that large one's already going to be enough.
Okay. You're so you're a little okay. So again, I'm gonna remind you, the Sasuke Naruto thinks of is the Sasuke he last saw, which is before the 6 months of training and before he absorbed Orochimaru. If you're saying Hebi Sasuke thinks he's relative to Itachi, then that should just mean that Hebi Sasuke relative to Itachi above, Naruto, which we literally see on screen.
He just thinks himself as that. That's not necessarily true. We see that it's not true later when they fight and Itachi's suppressed the whole time.
Okay, well, okay. So if you're saying he only thinks, so you're saying he thinks he's relative to Itachi after he absorbed Hebi? Sorry, after he absorbed Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said he thinks he's relative. So again, let me ask you a question. If Sasuke wants to beat Itachi, then wouldn't he want to increase his odds of beating him by like continuing to train?
Yeah, and I've already been over this. Basically, I'm saying he is looking forward to this significant power growth, so he would
Oh
see
wait,
all
oh,
the other ones.
hold on. Actually, let me just wrap this up. I don't know why we're spinning down this road. I don't even know what we're talking about. Okay, so my original claim was Naruto says I can now be on equal footing with Sasuke. The last Sasuke he saw was the one at the start of Shippuden, right? Before 6 months time skip happened and before he absorbed Orochimaru. After
Yeah,
the 6 month time skip happened, he was still training with Orochimaru because he didn't absorb him until after that, right? So if he's
yeah.
training with Orochimaru, which you consider to be a significant boost in training in like strength, then I don't know why we're arguing about this other stuff.
What do you mean? He was training with Orochimaru in the 6 months.
Okay, because if Orochimaru hadn't been absorbed, then that would mean he's still there to train with Sasuke. You tried to imply that earlier that he
No,
was
I
training
said
with
I
Sasuke.
said that. Hold on. I said that during the 6 month time period, he was basically bedridden because he was sick. See him
Well,
like go into
hold
his
on. Okay, so
quarters
you
and say,
realize at the start of Shippuden, I'm pretty sure it's Sakura who says they have a 6 month time gap to stop
"Yeah, I get
Orochimaru before
that.
he
I
can.
don't care. I understand
Okay,
that
so
there's a
so
six month gap."
if you're saying that he was bedridden for 6 months, then why did Sakura say that they have a 6 month time window to prepare for like Orochimaru taking Sasuke's body or whatever? Because that was his plan.
Yeah, his plan was to. Yeah, so we know that
So if
there's
he
a
was
six.
already
No,
bedridden, why would they wait
hold on.
6 months?
You already said something. I need to respond to something. Okay. Alright, so,
Okay.
you said that Sakura knows that there's a 6 month gap between him taking Sasuke's body, so they have 6 months to prepare, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sakura doesn't necessarily know that Orochimaru is bedridden for that 6 months.
Well, hold on. Uh. Okay. Well, the so wait. So do you agree or do you not agree that Orochimaru needs to wait the 3 years before he switches the body, or like before the body becomes not viable, he has to switch another body? Are you fine with that?
I don't really understand why that would be relevant.
Okay. Well, the reason why it's relevant is if you're willing to admit that, then you'd have to prove why was Orochimaru better for all of those 6 months between the start of Shippuden and when he absorbed Orochimaru. Because if you're saying he needs to wait the 3 years, and you're making a claim that he was better than for the last 6 months of those 3 years, you need to prove it.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me get something. Sure, that was something to do with Orochimaru being sick after the fight with Four Tails Naruto. Let me check.
What do you say?
Nothing, nothing. Hold on. Orochimaru.
Bro, what are you trying to find?
Give me 1 second, bro. Okay.
Bro, I already told
Um.
you. I know most. Just tell me, and I'll probably know what you're talking about.
So
Instead of
yeah,
just having
basically,
that.
he says that his body is at its limits against Four Tails Naruto. So that kind of just implies that he was like sick after this. Since we see him bedridden, that's the next time we see him is when he's bedridden.
Are you stupid? Oh, you're so okay. So when he says his body's at its limit, that could just be the limitations of the body itself. Why does that mean he got sick immediately afterwards? That just means his body in his current body he can't combat someone on that tier, which is Four Tails
I'm
Naruto.
just saying it's implied because when he says his
Where's the
body's at its
implication?
limits, what? I'm getting to
Where's
that. I'm getting to that. When he says his body is at his limits, I'm just saying it's implied that he's talking about his vessel.
what?
He
That
doesn't.
doesn't mean what you think it means, TG. All it means in this scenario is that his body is too weak to fight against someone like Naruto. It doesn't mean that he's bedridden now. What? If you're gonna repeat yourself, by the way, just move on. Let's just move on. If you're gonna repeat what you were about to say. All right. So basically that's just my scale. It's just like even if I
We're not
lost the
moving
heavy
on
part,
yet.
oh my god, I hate you. Again, like I said, if you're going to repeat yourself, let's just move on instead of delaying the debate. I already
No,
said
hold
what I
on.
needed to.
He says his body continues to reject him, like during the fight.
Oh my god. Wait, did you already post it?
No, I can post it if you don't want me to.
So dumb.
Laptop is slow as hell today. I don't know why.
You always been like that, twin.
Right here, immediately after he says, "Seems I've reached my limit," he says, "Although this body continues to reject me, this is far from over." So yeah, he's talking
Okay.
about his body slash his vessel.
You're so stupid. In the same scan, it says this is far from over. That could just, okay, in this statement, it could just mean that because it's almost been 3 years, his body has started to reject him. But he could get to a point where he becomes completely bedridden after the 6 months time skip. That doesn't really mean what you think it means, CG. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
no, I'm just saying that it's implied that since it's stated that his body is starting to reject him, that it would mean that he's less powerful and probably couldn't train with Sasuke. Even if you want to say he's not completely bedridden, it would just be implied that he's not able to contend with or spar with Sasuke.
Okay, if he's okay, right. The issue is you said, oh my, okay, can you repeat that last part real quick?
Oh, I was saying that because it's saying that his body is starting to reject him, he really doesn't have the strength to be able to
Uh,
like spar with Sasuke. Even if you want to say he's not completely bedridden.
Oh, you're so dumb. Okay, so in the statement, it doesn't say it's
Is that
beginning
all
to.
you
He
can
says this
say? Is
body.
that all you can
Hold
say
on,
to a
hold on,
point?
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, it says his body continues to reject him, meaning that this is his body rejected him in the past. But if he's still able to fight people like Naruto, Sakura, uh, his name, Yamato, who are all like Jonin level, that means he can still fight with Sasuke, even if Sasuke is like stronger than him at this point because his body's getting weaker or whatever. It doesn't mean what you think it means.
Can you repeat
You
that?
understand?
Because from what I
Okay, so
heard, you were just talking about during
you
the
said
fight.
his body has started. Okay, you said his body is beginning to reject him, right? Meaning that he would be bedridden after this. Which one, that doesn't really mean anything. Two, that's not even what he says. It says although this body continues to reject me, continues imply this has happened before. And if this has happened before, and he's still able to fight people like Naruto and like a bunch of other Jonin, and Naruto on top of like QB amps, and that means even if he's getting weaker, he's still able to fight. Again, that doesn't prove that he got bedridden right after this, especially when
Yeah,
he says,
like I was saying, even if you don't think he got completely bedridden, he would still be weakened after this and probably couldn't spar with Sasuke.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
So
You already admitted during
we're
this
kind of
debate.
getting
Hold
to
on. Oh
repeating
my goodness.
ourselves.
Oh my goodness. You already said earlier during this debate. You said that okay. You say that it's considered training if Sasuke beats up people who are still weaker than him, right? Like those 20 ninja or whatever he beat up, right? If that's the case, does it matter if Orochimaru got weaker as long as he's not better than? So
I'm
it's like
saying that he
Sasuke can
wouldn't
still
spar with
train
him
by
if he
beating
got
up
weaker.
Orochimaru. Now, why would he not spar with him if he got weaker?
It's kind of common sense. Like if you're weakened from a fight
Okay.
and your body's starting to reject you, your priority
Well,
probably wouldn't be to train, would it?
or the issue is right. The issue is Orochimaru is still trying to prime Sasuke's body for his taking, right? So even if he got weaker, although a normal person would stop training, Orochimaru still wouldn't, because he's trying to make Sasuke the best he can be before he takes his body. So it's like if he considers training for Sasuke to beat up a bunch of weak ninja, and if he
Pretty,
becomes weaker than Sasuke, huh?
I'm pretty sure he already says that Sasuke is the perfect vessel.
Yeah, the perfect vessel. But he want to know what he says when like Sasuke beats up those like random ninja.
What?
Want to know what he says? He said he's still not ready yet.
Okay, why does that could just mean because his vessel hasn't started to reject him yet at the time?
He says he's talking about Sasuke, not his own body. What?
Yeah, so he's not ready
Oh,
to
I see
take
what
his body yet. So because his body hasn't started to reject him yet.
All right, I got a question. Why does his body get? You're presupposing that he has to become weak in his current body to take another body. Why can't he just do that at any other time?
I mean, like we see, like previously that Orochimaru ends to wait till the end of the cycle in order to get a new body. Like whether you think
Okay, yeah,
that's
okay. The reason could be so he can let the new vessel mature as much as he wants. For example, this could just be like a deadline thing. So, like, Orochimaru's deadline is 3 years after he takes a body, right? But every time he's priming a new body, he waits until that deadline so the body has enough time to mature before he
yeah. So
takes it.
we're in
That could
agreement with
just be the
that.
case.
That he's waiting
Okay,
till his
so if that's the
deadline in order
case,
to take Sasuke.
all right. Okay. So if that's the case, right, and you already said you can't prove whether he got bedridden or not right after this. If Orochimaru considers it
No, no,
good
no, no, no,
training
no,
for
no, no, no,
Sasuke,
no, no,
oh
no,
my
no, no,
God.
no, no. I did not say that. I literally went over my argument. We just moved on from it.
What? You brought up this scan to prove that you brought up this scan to prove that he got bedridden after this debate. Sorry, after this fight. And then you said afterwards uh, you said afterwards you completely moved on from that point before. Keep in mind, you completely moved on from that point before attacking my counter argument. You said afterwards
What was your counter
that he can.
argument?
There's no point in doing it when I already gave it and we moved
I
on.
don't
And then
think
you said,
the stage of
okay,
events that
hold
you're
on,
going
let me
over here are
continue, TG.
correct.
Let me continue. Let me
I
continue.
don't know if
And
you
then
know what
you
you're talking
said,
about
oh
right
my
now.
God, let me continue. Let me continue. And then you said, well, Orochimaru wouldn't train with Sasuke. You're moving on to a completely different point. Your point was, well, he got better than, and then your point is he's not training with Sasuke, and that's what we're arguing over right now. I'm
Yeah,
saying even if he got weaker, he would still train with Sasuke because he makes Sasuke train by fighting weaker people. And if he considers himself weaker than Sasuke, that doesn't change anything. He'd still fight with him to prime his body for taking over 6 months down the line.
yeah, and I already brought up that he already thought Sasuke was the perfect vessel, and that the statement you brought up whenever after he was fighting the people, I just gave my interpretation for that being he's waiting till the deadline, and you agreed.
Okay,
So
well, no, that's not what you said. I said the deadline thing. Okay, my deadline argument, even if you think he said that, my deadline argument is that he can turn in the assignment being taken over the body. He can turn in the assignment at any time, but he waits until the deadline so he can perfect the assignment. Like he can perfect his essay paper before he turns it in. That's basically
okay,
all I
so
said.
why is that the case when he already
Wait,
thinks Sasuke's
wait,
perfect?
hold on. TG, hold on. Do you guys want to like end this soon? Because you guys have been talking about this for a minute, and like
Okay, I'm fine with
you guys
ending it because
until like,
Yeah,
end
give
this
us 1
healing, really.
second to wrap this up. I feel like
All
we're
right.
getting close. All right, CJ. So
Okay.
they said this, but why he already thinks his vessel is perfect, and what? Then what other reason does he have to wait till the deadline?
Well, I already okay. Again, I gave you an interpretation for the perfect vessel statement. The perfect vessel could just mean that Sasuke is a good candidate, right? Or perfect candidate, but he
I
still needs
remember
to
that.
mature his body. If that was the case, wait, doesn't he
I mean,
say
that
the
just
perfect
goes
vessel
against
thing
the
in part
definition of
one?
perfect.
Hold on. Doesn't he say the perfect vessel thing in part one? Am I tripping?
I don't think so. I think it says it in Shippuden.
Okay. Well, was it during that flashback?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he says it in Shippuden.
Okay. Well, again, I think I already counted that. Let's just move on. There's no point in continuing to argue this.
Okay.
To conclude the point, to conclude this like my whole scale, I basically said, Hebi Sasuke above Stardust Shippuden Sasuke relative to or above, Rasen Shuriken Naruto above Kakashi. He didn't address the latter half of the scale, by the way. Let's move on.
Oh wait, hold on. What was the latter half of the scale?
The latter half of the scale is I don't really care which one. You can say Sasuke above Naruto or relative to Naruto, and then Kakashi says he surpassed him, referring to Naruto.
Okay. All right, then let's move on to my scale, I guess.
Okay, what's your
All
scale?
right. I'm about to drop the speed scale real quick.
Oh, we're gonna do like individual ones.
No, I'm just gonna do speed, and then my argument's gonna go from there.
Okay. Which speed for exactly? Like attack speed, movement speed, reaction speed.
Just conglomerate.
Conglomerate doesn't work with TZ. You can't say
Fine.
you can't.
Reaction, and/or like combat. You know, that kind of thing.
Okay. Who's DMing me?
There's my scale.
Yeah, never scale again. Okay,
Read it
pain
out.
art Kakashi relative to pain above. I hate you so much for this. Okay. So why is pain art Kakashi relative to pain and speed?
Okay, so he reacts to him multiple times, and he's able
Okay, show
to.
me that.
Okay. God, why is my laptop so fucking slow?
Should buy you a better one soon.
You just call me son again, you piece of shit.
You said it yourself.
Fuck yourself. Anyway.
Another mid set. One will she. Never, I shouldn't say that on recording.
Okay. Alright, so right here, Kakashi dodges Pain's kick and then summons a mud wall in response. Clearly shows him reacting and
Show
like
me the panel
completing
before
a
the. Show me the page before.
Sure. Alright, there's the panel before, or the page before.
Okay. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, they're standing next to each other. I remember the scene. It's just like your screenshots are so blurry. All right, show me the page after the original one.
I don't. I'd have to pull up the actual manga in order to do that. Hold on. 1 second. Chapter 420. Okay, there's the page after.
Finally, a non-blurry scan. All right, so you're saying the relative, yet he dodges the Raikiri
Yeah,
like
so
point blank. You
what?
realize, so you remember, so remember in part one when Sasuke activates the Chidori?
Yeah.
The Chidori is pretty similar to the Raikiri, so I can argue with. Are you fine with this? If I argue like what I'm about to say?
I know what you're probably about to say. You're probably gonna say that the Chidori is a speed amp, but the problem is he doesn't have a running start here, so you can't prove it would be a speed amp here.
Okay, why does a running start mean? Okay, why does a running start have to mean it's a speed amp? Like, wait, hold on. That was. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Rephrase that. My fault. My fault. So you're saying the running start is the thing that makes it a speed amp?
Oh yeah, that's how it's portrayed.
Okay. All right. So even if that's the case, so let's look at let's look at these three scans, right? So it starts off with Kakashi dodging a kick. You realize that this type of kick is slower than like the normal kick or the normal punch.
Huh? What do you mean this type of kick's slower? What are you talking
The
about?
the kick painted.
I don't understand what you're saying. It's just a kick.
Okay. So for him to do the kick, right? He need to he need to extend his foot and he need to bring it back towards him, which is slower than punching.
Prove that.
Prove that. So you've never kicked anything and you've never punched anything in your life.
I don't know if that would be the same for a Naruto character.
Well, yes, it would. Naruto characters use their hands and arms more than their legs when it comes to complex
Uh,
movements. So it's like if you have like
prove
if
that.
you have more refined skill using
Why did? Okay, look. Why did them using their hands more than their feet?
Yeah,
They're
I was
slower.
about to explain that. I was about to explain that. So like what I'm basically saying, right, is if you're using your hands and your arms for more refined movement each and every day, you would have more mastery over them. So that's why a punch would be faster than a kick.
Okay, so why are they not training them both? I think the Naruto characters
You
are
can
just
train
skipping
them both,
leg
but
day.
a punch would still be faster than a kick because even when you're not training, technically, you're still using your arms for a whole lot more complex movements and things than your legs. Like the most complex thing you'll do with your leg is like a weird kick when you're training, and like the most complex thing you do with your leg when you're not training is just like walking or something. Versus like everything you do with your hands each day.
You realize the average human leg is stronger than the average than like your arm, right?
Yeah, well, I'm arguing speed here. You're trying to argue speed, right? I don't care about strength. You're trying to argue speed, right? I'm
Yes.
telling
So what
you
I'm trying to
that
say
just
here
because
is
he
that if his leg is
just
stronger, he
because
could probably
oh
move
my goodness
faster.
gracious, shut up. Okay, just because he dodges a kick just because he dodges a weird kick that doesn't utilize the fastest he can be, that doesn't mean he skills him in speed.
Okay, why? I don't understand why it's like a weird
I was
kick. Like you're
explaining that
saying,
before you.
you
I
just
was
kick.
explaining that to you, but I was explaining that to you before you brought up how kicks are stronger than punches, and I asked like, well, what does that have to do with anything? You're arguing speed, so I don't know why strength of a kick matters.
I'm saying the muscle mass is what matters, and if there's more muscle mass, it has just more strength and power behind it, so it could probably move faster as well.
Okay, so yeah, this is how I know you're fat. Okay, so who would win in a race? The average bodybuilder or the average marathon runner? The marathon runner doesn't have as much muscle mass than the bodybuilder, so why doesn't the bodybuilder
That's
win in a
completely
race?
different though, because
No, it's not.
the bodybuilders intentionally trying to build muscle mass. These people here are not.
You're so
I'm just trying.
stupid.
I'm just trying to say that. Is that all you can say to an argument, bro? Like, just calm your dumb ass down and listen
I'm
to what I'm
letting you
saying.
finish your argument. I'm just saying these things because it's funny. I'm just saying these things because it's funny, bro.
God. Anyway, fucking, where was I? Oh yeah. So, these people in Naruto don't really have like bodybuilder muscle mass. That's completely disanalogous.
So if you're saying that if you're saying the speed loss is only significant when you get to like bodybuilder muscle mass levels, then why does the muscle mass level happen like matter here?
Oh, okay. So basically, with more muscle mass, you have more strength behind your kicks and your punches, and that would also
Okay,
equate to speed in Naruto.
okay. Strength and speed are clearly not the same thing. Again, I'll remind you.
Yeah, I'm saying
Uh,
with muscle mass in Naruto, that's how it works.
with muscle mass in Naruto, go ahead and prove that to me.
Exactly.
Hmm?
Prove what exactly?
Your claim.
What? Okay, the which part of it?
Your claim you just said. You just said, well, in Naruto, the more muscle mass you have, the faster you would be technically. So I'd go ahead and prove that to me.
Yeah. So basically, how it works is chakra is physical and mental energy, and we know that chakra amps speed. That their muscle mass would equate to their physical energy.
Wonder what also amp speed? Wonder what also amp speed?
But
Chakra control.
So
So so I don't know why having more chakra would necessarily mean you're faster. You could like for example, Naruto has more chakra than Kakashi throughout every point in the series, but Kakashi at some points is stronger than Naruto because he has better chakra control.
yeah, that's
So I
just
don't know why
analogous because
necessarily having I don't know why
Pain has
necessarily
good
having oh
chakra
my
and
god I
good
don't know why
chakra
necessarily
control.
hmm?
Pain has good Pain slash Nagato has good chakra and good chakra control because he can use these high
Whatever.
level
Let me
jutsu and
not
have
argue
high
this.
levels
Let me
of
not argue
stamina.
this. Okay, let me not argue this. Let me just go on more obvious route. So you're saying they're okay. So if you're saying they're relative, right? Then why does that one pain speed blitz Kakashi when he's using the Raikiri on the main pain?
Mm-hmm. Which Pain?
Yeah, I forgot. It's the one that can shoot missiles. He like Kakashi hits it with the Raikiri. He's like I thought I dealt with you already, but he saves the main pain when he's about to be hit by a Raikiri by Kakashi because he was like wrapped up in chains by Choji and his dad.
Is that's not really a blitz though because we don't know how much time it took for
He
the
came.
Ashura path to
You're
get
so
over there.
what? You know what,
What?
TG?
Can you just show me what you're trying to say? Because I don't know what the hell you're really talking about.
All right, what chapter was this fight again?
The chapter I'm on is 420.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Funny number. Mhm. Pretty sure what I'm talking about happens in 423. Let me just make sure that. Don't blow your hot ass breath in the mic, breath. My ear hurts now.
Just exhaling, bro. Calm the hell down. I know you're a little
Why?
bit moody. You're a moody little teenager, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, calling me a little teenager when you've admitted to being my son 3 times.
It's your only defense. Wild.
It's my only defense because you're making fun of my age. You call me your dad. And of course I'm gonna say that, idiot. Oh, this is another scene where he just straight up dodges Kakashi.
Yeah, so they can dodge each other. That still means they're relative.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, the crazy thing is this Kakashi had a running start. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, wait. Does he? No, I can't see, so I won't make that claim. Well, the thing is, if like Kakashi only dodges Pain once, right, and then Pain dodges Kakashi multiple times afterwards, and he blitzes him, I think it's more consistent that either Pain wasn't holding back there, or that was like a slower attack than usual. Sorry, Pain was holding back then, or that was just a slower attack than usual. Let me go
Really, man,
find
that could just mean that
this other scan.
Kakashi got more attacks off, which would be better for him, like in speed.
So what? So he activates more attacks. He activates more attacks, but none of them hit. What does that mean?
Yeah, so I'm saying that like Pain can like you know how basically. All right, hold on. I'm not gonna do an analogy. It's pretty simple. All right, if Pain launches less attacks than Kakashi, you can't really say, "Oh, Pain dodged more attacks, therefore he's faster." Like, come on.
GG. If like, okay, remember Naruto versus Kakashi, like at the very start of part one?
Yes.
Naruto goes in by himself. He uses more attacks than Kakashi, yet Kakashi is still able to dodge everything Naruto does. Or he's able to deal with it some way without using many jutsu. So just because you launch more attacks doesn't mean that doesn't help your case any bit. Especially when Pain
No,
dodges almost every
that's
single
not
one of
what
them.
I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if Kakashi launches more attacks and Pain dodged more than him, then that doesn't mean he's faster because Pain launched less, so there's less for Kakashi to dodge.
Oh, that's what you mean. Well, the issue with that would be like Pain still reacts to everything Kakashi does, though. That's the problem. And then relative people can tag each other, right? Because assuming you're not blind, remember that first scan you posted? Right after Kakashi ducks down and summons the mud wall, Pain tags Kakashi, right? So it's like relative people can like tag each other, but the only time Pain gets dodged by Kakashi is once, and then Kakashi, sorry, not Kakashi, Pain lands every single attack afterwards.
He doesn't tag him, that's a Shinra Tensei, isn't it?
The Shinra Tensei is not reacting to what Kakashi's doing. So it's like
And yeah, he
if
dodges
he's
the
able to
lightning
react
blade.
to,
He
so it's like
dodges the
if they're
lightning blade
relative, then
and uses Shinra Tensei. It's not like a
yeah. So
speedy.
if they're
Can't really
relative,
dodge it.
they should be able to react to each other. Yet Kakashi only reacts like one good time in this entire fight.
Yeah, so he can't.
That's all I'm
How
saying.
can you react to Shinra Tensei? How can you dodge or block
Are
Shinra
you
Tensei?
dumb? That's not what. Okay, the issue is when you use Shinra Tensei, you use reaction speed, right? That's the issue. So it's like if like relative people can tag each other, like you're saying, right? Then how come Pain never gets tagged ever by Kakashi?
I don't know about that one.
He literally never tags him, unless like in the scene like I'm about to show you,
I mean, that can just mean
where
that
he like
Pain has a
intentionally.
better defense because he has Shinra Tensei to throw him
Oh
back.
my god! For the last time, Shinra Tensei isn't what I care about. What I'm saying is that you're trying to say they're relative. Relative people can tag each other and dodge each other's attacks. But the issue is Kakashi only reacts to one of Pain's attacks, and he never reacts to anything Pain does again. Pain is always the one reacting or dodging him. That's the issue. So I don't care if he has like better defenses through Shinra Tensei. If he never lands a hit ever again, if Kakashi never lands a hit, then that means they can't be relative. Because you're saying
No,
relativity
that's not
means
true.
you can tag and dodge they can dodge and tag each other.
You agree that
That's
Shinra
literally what it
Tensei
means.
goes under an
Oh
ability,
my!
right?
I'm so sick of you.
Jay, you're
I'm
fucking
so
dumb.
sick
All right,
of you.
listen to me. Instead of just saying it.
I don't think he is. Oh
Jay,
my
listen
god!
to me, bud. All right, listen.
I don't think he is.
Shinra Tensei would clearly make a difference in how many attacks Kakashi can land. Like for example, right here, he activates another Chidori in order to try to attack Pain again, but Pain launches him away.
He doesn't. You're so dumb. Look at the scan I just posted. Look at the scan I just posted. Pain is looking at Kakashi.
It's a different time.
And then he gets the other Pain to speed blitz it because it's from off panel. And he literally speed blitzes it.
Not a speed blitz. He reacts to him. What are you talking about? Just moves in front of him. That's
Okay,
not a speed
so
blitz.
if this Pain is completely off screen, right? and obviously the pain is damaged. Like even if you don't think that like hinders his speed, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that this pain is off screen. Kakashi is like super close to hitting Tendo Pain in the face, but this pain comes out of nowhere and blocks the attack. That's like quite literally the definition of a speed blitz. Like when Kakashi stopped Naruto and Sasuke from hitting each other on the rooftop that one time, he literally blitzed them before they could even attack each other.
Okay.
That's the issue. That's basically what's happening.
Before I address this, let me just go over what I was saying previously. Appreciate it. Okay, so your original like claim or assertion or whatever was that Kakashi never tagged Pain, and obviously Pain's repertoire for defense doesn't just include his speed and ability to dodge attacks. For example, in the first scan I sent, he uses Shinra Tensei to blow Kakashi away, and we know that Shinra Tensei obviously takes less effort in order to use than to dodge an attack.
All right, let me tell you something, TG. Right? You're clearly lost in the sauce like that one gif. That one's really funny. So the issue is, it doesn't matter if he has Shinra Tensei, right? The issue is he needs to react to someone to use Shinra Tensei. You're saying that they're relative. Relativity means they can tag each other multiple times and they can dodge each other multiple times. But the issue is Kakashi only ever dodges Pain one time, and it's in a weird kick. But every time Kakashi's about to attack Pain, Pain always reacts to him. He never lands another hit.
He also has someone
because he's always reacting.
And he also has
he physically
he has
one of his
besides just pure speed.
Oh my god!
Kakashi, all he has is pure speed.
Okay, Shinra Tensei. Okay, look. Maybe I was phrasing it wrong. The reason why Shinra Tensei doesn't matter for the 30th time is because you need to activate Shinra Tensei. You need to react to what's about to hit you.
I already said this, but you have to do less to use Shinra Tensei than you do to dodge an attack.
Is it still a reaction feat or no?
I don't really think it's as good of one as dodging. That's all.
Okay, so even if it isn't as good as one as dodging, if he consistently does it multiple times and he literally has one of his weaker pads blitz Kakashi, what do you think that tells you? What do you think that tells you, TG?
Hold on, hold on. Like I said, I haven't responded.
They're not relative. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't responded to that yet. Before we go over that. Anyway, so now that we went over that one more time, I can get to this. So you're saying that the Ashura path blitzed him. What you're saying?
Yes, we see it. Why are all these niggas typing in scans, bro? What the hell are they talking about? Comes from off screen and intercepts him. Off screen. I'm pretty sure he even comes from behind, because like you can see the arches of the speed lines and they're coming from the top. And like he isn't in the previous panel where we see the side view.
I mean, he could have just used like body flicker.
Yeah, is body flicker not what? No, actually, wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure every time body flicker is used, it doesn't use like speed lines like that. The thing about speed lines is like remember when Naruto uses it? Yeah, I remember when Naruto uses it. When he uses it against the Raikage and he appears behind the Raikage, his speed lines are vertical and short, unlike the Ashura pads, which are long and like slightly tilted as well, which implies that
these speed lines couldn't just be applying to Kakashi when he's like plunging the Chidori into him.
Oh my god, you're so okay. No, you realize what a speed line is? It's telling us where this person is going. If this person is going from the top to the bottom because he jumped in between the attack, then that means he's coming from the top to the bottom. It's not applying to Kakashi.
Why is it not? That doesn't address what I said at all. You just said it's coming from the bottom to the top again. Doesn't address what I said.
I already explained. It's okay. Not only is it not attached to Kakashi, it's attached to the person I'm claiming blitzed Itachi. Sorry, I keep saying Itachi. It's attached to the person I keep claiming is blitzing Kakashi. So I don't know how it's like Kakashi related. If it's not only
why is it attached to him? Why?
Oh my god, you're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Oh my god!
Look at the second page. Look at the second page, DG. Look at the second page.
I'm seeing it.
You see? Yeah, you see when Ashura like jumps in between. If you look at Ashura's head and if you look above that, look at those speed lines.
Yeah, and I'm saying that they're pointing in the same direction that Kakashi is going, so they could be applying to him.
Oh
God,
my god.
dumbass don't understand it somehow. You can't. All you can do is laugh and say you're stupid, but you can't even respond to it. Just respond, dumbass. Respond.
Bro, I'm getting the screenshot because like maybe I'm phrasing this wrong. I'm getting the screenshot. I'm gonna circle what I'm talking about because you said they're facing the same direction, which is clearly not the case. So I'm gonna try to make this more clear if in
No,
case it was
they're
like my fault
focused
for
on all
miscommunicating.
three of them. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we were talking about different things. Let me show you what I was talking about. Let me circle it.
Jesus.
Oh, I thought I made myself clear, bro. My fault, TG. My fault. Oh my god. You're so funny, bro. You're so funny, TG. Okay, TG, look at scans real quick. That's the speed line I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones on the edges. That's the speed line. Usually, when body flicker is used, the speed lines are really, really short and they're like directly on the person who just used body flicker. But in this
Oh,
case,
okay. I didn't see that. All right.
yeah, my fault, my fault, my fault. I should have been more clear.
Okay, so him jumping down, he could have reacted like way before when Kakashi was over there. That's all I'm saying. He could have started to move
Okay,
way
so
before
okay,
since
so
he's
he
off screen.
reacted to Kakashi from a distance, right? From a great Kakashi is closer to the main
That's not what I
path of
said.
pain. What?
I was saying
Okay,
that
yeah,
he
yeah,
could
yeah.
have.
Crazy how I didn't say that's what you said. I said he could have just done this. Yeah, crazy how that's not what you said, and that's what I was saying. All right, let me continue
Huh?
my argument. Okay, I said okay. So you said he's off screen, right? And you said he reacted to before. What? Okay, so let me tell you something, right? Okay, in the previous panel, in the previous page, we see a wide shot. We see Kakashi, we see Choji, we see Choji's dad, right? And in the background, there is no Ashura path, right? But in the next scene, we literally see the Ashura path come from off panel, and he jumps in between the attack. Don't you think that implies that like that's a speed whiz? That's clear and simple.
Nah, hold on. So what I was saying previously was that basically the Ashura path getting in here, he could have done that like before Kakashi even charged up the lightning blade. He could have done it at any time. Since he's off screen, we don't know when he actually started to move
Well,
towards them.
Look. If you look at the first panel I posted, Kakashi has the lightning blade and he's in mid lunge. He is mid lunge. And then in the next panel, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong though, it looks to
I
be
get
that his
that.
hand is like, huh?
I get that, and I'm saying that he could have reacted at any time previous to this. We don't know since he's
Okay,
off screen.
so he reacts to Kakashi and he's able to move. He's okay, look, again, I'm gonna remind you, in this scene, there's okay, I have to circle things again, but I don't know how.
No, you just don't understand what I'm saying. I don't know why you're trying to circle
Yeah,
this
you look
again.
at because what
This
you're
is not
saying is
really
so
what's
low
going on.
IQ and brain dead. It's incredibly hard to understand what you're saying, idiot.
That's your only defense, isn't it? Saying, "Oh,
No,
my
it's not my
boy's an
only defense.
idiot. My
I
boy's an
just
idiot."
told you I
Anyway,
just told you I'm circling what I'm talking about because you clearly don't understand, dumbass. Okay, look. Okay, it's posted. You see in this scan, we see in the first panel, we see what's happening behind Kakashi. Nobody is behind Kakashi. In the second panel, we see a widespread shot and nobody is in the background. And in the third panel, we see Pain, right? And then in the next page, he comes out of nowhere. Even if he's moving beforehand, he moves a greater distance than what Kakashi did in such a short amount of time. That's
no,
literally a
that's
speed
not
blitz.
what
That's
I'm
all.
saying. That's not what I'm
I
saying at
don't
all.
care.
I'm saying that the Ashura path could have reacted he could have moved towards Kakashi at any time. It could have been before Choji and his dad did this little stunt, for all we know.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm saying, and the issue is, we literally see that he moves. Okay. Even if you're
Yes,
saying
and he's
he's
going from
moving
above.
okay, even if you're saying he's moving in the first panel, sorry, in the first page, even if he's moving there, he still crosses a greater distance than what Kakashi did, a many times greater distance. But let's move on. We're getting too circular here.
I'm saying it already could have been before that, CJ. God
You're
damn.
so stupid. He's so dumb. He's so dumb. He's
He's
so
so
dumb. He
dumb,
doesn't
he's so
understand.
dumb, he's
All
so
right,
dumb. Shut the
let's
fuck
move
up.
on. Let's
God
move on.
damn.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move
Alright,
on.
cool, cool.
All right, so is this it? I mean, I don't have anything else with like I'm not gonna rat and say like Sasuke is stronger than Orochimaru or whatever, or like
Okay.
Orochimaru is faster than Sage Jiraiya. That's all I
Alright,
really need.
cool. That's all. Got it.
Oh my god. Uh, okay. Yeah, good.
Alright,
That
are
wasn't
we
a good
done?
debate.
No, wait, hold on. Oh
Are
yeah.
y'all niggas
So
done now?
no, we aren't done yet. Hold on. So basically,
What?
Kakashi's win con is that he'll Kamui away Sasuke.
Oh, win con.
Yeah.
Oh, the
So
win con. Okay, the win con would be because Sasuke is shown to do this in character. He'll go ahead and try to blitz Kakashi using body flicker. And through my scale earlier, it just says that Sasuke is relative to someone who's stronger than Kakashi, and using body flicker, he'd be even faster than that, and he'd cut Kakashi before he can
okay.
use Kamu.
Okay, I think we're done with the debate now.
Okay, so
You're so
TG, can I clue you
We need
into
to save the
something real
recording
quick?
real quick.
Let me